Can you hear the craglins crackling? It's Comics and Shots, a completely improvised semi-comedic musing by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd, aka YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Man, aka Mick the Maverick, aka a guy who's gonna turn off that light. There we go. Much better. Still some natural daylight out there. Today's subject, a very specific subject, that one freaking webcomic that rebooted in the 2000s. You know the one. You know the one. The one where everything was going fine. Everything seemed okay. Actually, sorry, did I say the 2000s? I meant even today. Even today, people do this. Nothing's wrong with the story, and if there is wrong, it could easily be fixable. And then they just reset the freaking universe and sometimes make it almost impossible to read the original comics. Like, Spidrelli is probably the only one that actually, linked to the original comics. I don't know why the creator didn't just link the original archives, I don't know. This other comic I read, forget the name of it, but right in the middle of the story arc, it just frickin' reboots. And it was like this urban fantasy type thing, urban fantasy sitcom type dealy boppy, what's it? And then they just reboot it, and it's just completely normal. And I am bored. I am utterly bored. Why? Why would you do that? And even more so, why would you get rid of all the original comics? We liked those. Did you think that this would make any sense? Ugh. Oh boy. And I have another big webcomic gripe. This is a big one. Webcomics that put a paywall over their oldest comics. No! Stop doing that! Newest comics? Yes. Oldest comics? No! I'm not gonna pay to read a comic I don't know if I like yet. What? I don't know where the story is going. All I know is these two werewolf and the witch lady are having sex, and I have no context of what happened beforehand. Your story ain't that interesting, Jerry Lewis. The writer's name isn't Jerry Lewis, but you know what I mean. Everything's gotta have a frickin' paywall these days. I know they're independent artists, but god damn it, stop trying to nickel and dime me into just checking out your comic. Just put it on Webtoons like a frickin' normal person and swallow your pride. You know, it beats having to go to a website with a really annoying way to read a frickin' book. It's almost as bad as when independent comics overcharge for like 22-page books. It's like, I get it, you need the scratch, but come on, I'm not paying for that. Yeah. Reboot. Yeah, then you got the big one, of course, CAD, Control-Delete. That technically had a reboot too, after it ended in the most weird and depressing way possible. What the fuck was that ending? Jesus. That was the weirdest and depressing way to end it possible. Almost as depressing as Loss, which is also weird. Ugh. Oh boy. That story arc was just weird in general. Ugh. Yeah, that's right. I'm so old, I actually have a real opinion on Control-Alt-Delete beyond the Lost meme. Are you scared yet? Not so much Penny Arcade, weirdly enough. I never got into that for some reason. Got into PvP, Evil Link, I like some of the new Evil Link stuff, but it's also, once again, paywall, and it's just constantly advertising the adults-only Patreon. I don't know. Just ain't my job these days. Even worse than the paywall is when people put frickin' watermarks on the early comics that make it nearly impossible to read. It's like, why? I'm not paying you. Stop. You're not going to annoy me into paying for your terrible webcomic. Okay? It's not gonna work. You pay for the new comics first, not the old ones. That's just how it works, okay? This isn't that hard. This episode was called Independent Comics and Webcomic Gripes. Did you like it? You better, or I'll eat your blood. Pudding. And I won't share it. With that, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. Share it with the bear. And always remember, praise be to the blood elk, fear the stabopotamus, and death to Kronos. Whether you're royal, you're rebel, and all better together, don't shovel the shovel and ever have to hide. Have a night, folks.